the final game from April 15th that, if I'm not mistaken, ended on April 16th, and I know for a fact ended on April 16th in St. John's. Sacramento
Yeah.
Light the Beam Kings beat the Golden State Warriors 126 to 123 in probably the not probably maybe definitely 100% the best game of the season. I'm going to say this. It's the best game of the season courtesy of the fans of the Sacramento Kings, because that entire arena was buzzing. I mean, that like you could feel every single moment with the fans. It was great. After the 16-year itch, that came through big time. This series, I don't know if I really want to pick anyone because holy shit, this first game was so close and these teams look so evenly matched. But yeah, I mean, this was just an incredibly good game, and the Warriors shot the ball a bit better. The Kings beat them up on the offensive glass, which isn't a huge surprise. I mean, it's a little bit of a surprise because when Kevon Looney and Draymond Green are out there with Andrew Wiggins as well, they tend to be a good defensive rebounding team. So maybe more Wiggins minutes will kind of neutralize that advantage and give the edge to Golden State. But yeah, like I do you have any
So
like
I
I watched this game, like I was like, this is what you want the playoffs to be, where you're
oh,
just
it's
like,
an
I
amazing
don't
game.
really have any analysis about like who's gonna win. I just have analysis about this game was awesome and I loved it.
Here's what I think. I picked the Warriors in the series, and I would still pick the Warriors in the series. For a couple of reasons. Demontis Sabonis was bad, man, like bad. So you could look at this and go, well, they got a bad game out of Sabonis, and they still managed to win the game, so doesn't that favor Sacramento? But I think Sabonis's bad play was reflective of what we're likely to see throughout the series, because I don't think this is a good matchup for him, and I think that's likely to be a more significant factor as the series wears on, right? I mean, the Kings won by a missed Wiggins three, right, which would have sent it to overtime.
It
I
was
don't think
Curry.
Wiggins took the last shot. I think, didn't he?
No, it was Curry.
Okay, are you sure?
I'm positive because I remember seeing someone tweet like only Steph Curry could like do this like crazy one-footed like push shot three-pointer and be that close to hitting it. And then
Right.
someone
Yeah,
tweeted,
that's right. Wiggins missed a big shot down the stretch too. I think that could have tied it, but
yeah, because he wanted to be with his dying father. Unlike,
hey, now
I mean, no, I'm joking. I'm just saying I guarantee some Warriors fans bemoaned. They're like, if Wiggins didn't care about his family, we would have won this game. He should care about his real family.
oh yeah,
Gold blooded.
yeah. So I don't think Malik Monk is going to drop 32 per game. I don't think Trey Lyles is going to drop 16 a night. I just I think the Warriors are the better team and the more experienced team. I felt like they were better throughout much of this game, and it just got away from them. And I'm still picking them.
So I would have picked at the beginning of the series the Kings because I believe that, and this might not be correct when picking teams, but I want to believe that what you do during the regular season matters because I want the regular season to matter. So I don't want to buy into the like they'll turn it on the playoffs. You can just put a team together halfway, three quarters, 2/3 of the season through, and it can work. I'm against that fundamentally. So I'm never going to pick teams that do that. And here's the thing: the Warriors might be the better team, but the Warriors are also down 1-0. And if they're the better team, I don't think it's by much. And now they
I
have,
agree. I agree with that.
and now they still have to win a road game. And I think the biggest boost to the Kings is they won game one. So that arena game two is going to be crazy. If they had lost game one, I would have been like they're toast because the energy in that arena was crazy, but it would have been a nervous energy game two, which would have been a must win for them. Now it's going to be a different, like, excited, like, we're going to win the series type of energy. And I think the players will feed off of that. And you're right. Sabonis wasn't good, but Sabonis got in the areas where he's usually pretty good. He's an absolute bully. Like, Draymond's a great defender. Kevon Looney's a good defender. Even if it's a tough matchup for him, I don't think it's such a tough matchup for him that he's going to go 5 of 17 with the shot chart that he had. That was, he got within, 5 feet, 10 feet of the rim, basically, whenever he wanted to get a shot off. Malik Monk isn't going to go off for 32, but, Kevin Herter isn't going to go 3 of 12. Keegan Murray isn't going to go 1 of 5. And so I think, like, look, these are two evenly matched teams, and I'm picking the Kings
Yeah.
because they have home court and they got game one, and I thought they're the better team during the regular season, and they played fast, and that's what people asked: can the Kings keep playing fast in the playoffs against these Warriors? I guess they can.
Okay, first of all, this is something that we've talked about a lot. We've mostly talked about it through the frame of the Houston Rockets, right? But I do fundamentally believe that the playoffs are a really difficult environment for slow, bad defensive bigs. And
Yes.
so I guess I just pretty much fundamentally believed the Warriors would win the series before it started. And I still do. I think that, yeah, Sabonis will be better offensively. Certainly he's going to have better offensive games, but he was a problem on the defensive end. I would expect that to persist.
Yeah.
And that's where I think he'll become more of a distinct liability as the season wears on. Sorry, as the series wears on. So there's that. I'll nitpick you on one other thing that you said. You made a good point insofar as, like, Huerter, yeah, he's gonna have better games, and Sabonis is gonna have better games. So, like, the distribution may flip for the Kings, but they have other sources they can rely on that they
Yeah,
weren't
they'll
able
get
to
those
rely on in game one.
they'll get those 32 points from like three other
Elsewhere.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Yes, except I would say this. Keegan Murray is still a rookie. He could easily just have a junk series. Like that, to me, that wouldn't be a shock. 1 of 5 could be a pretty much standard fare for him. So we will see if this rookie's ready, like, to step up and be a starting rotation player for a playoff team. It's possible, but he does have a pretty minimal, like, sort of simple role with this team. He's mostly just a floor spacer, so that bodes well for him. But it's going to be interesting. I agree with you that this is a really fun series, man. I won't miss a game of this series. Like, this is the one.
Yeah, this is the one that's gonna fuck up your sleep cycle.
Yeah,
Because it's all in California. And I mean, look,
I
like,
know.
the Kings 120.7 offensive rating in this game, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
that's what they do. And their offensive rating was like 119.1 or something during the regular season. They upped it in game one. I think it's gonna be a great series. The end of that game, just like getting off of like who we think is gonna win, who we think is gonna lose. The end of that game, the shot making from both sides, where it was just like 3 after 3 after 3, and like these weren't easy shots. It was incredible. I hope this series gives us more of that. But
Yeah.
there's always a chance that the Warriors, win game 2 and then absolutely destroy them in the Oracle.
Yeah, that this next game is really pivotal. If the Kings go up 2-0, man, the Warriors are in trouble for sure.
Yeah.
Let's move along.